Donald Trump has the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world right now. And he would be doing it to a man that he used to love and admire, but now hates with a burning, fiery passion. And that man, of course, is none other than Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, I had spoken about a week and a half ago of the fact that it had been revealed that a company that had engaged in massive Medicaid fraud, I guess you will, overbilling the state for Medicaid services, was forced, as part of their agreement with the state, to pay back over $60 million that they had fraudulently taken from the state taxpayers. They had overbilled. But as part of that agreement, Florida's Attorney General James Utmire decided to take $10 million of that and send it over to a nonprofit charity that is run by Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey DeSantis. And then Casey DeSantis' charity, you can't track how the money is spent. They don't have to report that. But the charity did then make a multi-million-dollar donation to Ron DeSantis' super PAC in roughly the exact same amount that was transferred to her by James Utmire as part of this settlement. So basically what happened, according to this investigation, is that the state settled with the company, took $10 million of it, funneled it through a nonprofit so it could end up back in Ron DeSantis' super PAC. And that, of course, happened last year, but the investigation in the Florida House just concluded, which, by the way, I give full credit on this to Republican Representative Alex Andrade, who I have in the past obviously not been a fan of his policies, but he led this investigation and absolutely knocked it out of the park. So I will absolutely say, great job, Andrade. Full kudos to you on this. I'm proud of you for doing it. And now let's take it to the next level, right? That's what needs to happen. And circling back to how I started, that's where Donald Trump has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Because what Donald Trump could do at this point is order the U.S. attorney down here in Florida to launch a criminal investigation into the DeSantises and, of course, Utmire and all the other players within the Florida administration here. So, in other words, he could do that. Andrade says they are positive, you could easily probably get a conviction off this. That was their implication after they finished their, final investigation here. So Trump, I know I don't get along with you. I know I don't like literally anything you do. Do this, right? I'll team up with you on this for like 5 seconds, right? You want to take down DeSantis? Hell yeah, bud. Let's do it. Tell us what you need. A lot of us down in here in Florida would be totally fine with that. We don't want a DeSantis dynasty because his wife Casey is, of course, wanting to run for governor after DeSantis' term ends next year. So let's make it happen. Launch that criminal investigation. Take this man out. I mean, he did have the audacity to run for president against you. And you're just going to let him go? Come on. Thought you had bigger cojones than that, Donald. Take him out. Take him out with the investigation. That's what you got to do. But here's the thing. It all depends on whether or not Donald Trump still holds that grudge, right? Is Donald Trump the kind of guy that holds grudges forever? Yeah. And as I mentioned, Casey DeSantis is, being eyed as the next governor of Florida potentially. So Donald Trump already came out and endorsed Byron Donalds for that. So Trump already endorsed the guy who's going to end up running against Casey DeSantis. And that kind of shows us that clearly, even with all of DeSantis' ass kissing since Donald Trump became the nominee and then the president again, Trump's still not in love with the guy. So for the first time ever, why don't you use the DOJ to do the right thing? Have them investigate this. If there's no criminal activity there, there's no criminal activity. No harm, no foul. But if there is, not only do you, basically secure a conviction, but also you take out one of your top political rivals. Because after all, if your sons want to run for president in the future, they may have to run against Ron DeSantis as well. You don't want that for your little boys, do you? So here it is, Donald Trump, I am begging you, do the right thing and launch this investigation immediately. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.